LiftHeartsLiftHeavy family. I'm Kwon, and to shoot off with our sequence, our vlog series into looking past the mirror, we first need to talk about looking at the mirror, meaning more focused on the outside appearance of what's going on in your mind when you're doing those reps, when you're counting those sets, and making sure that your gym experience is actually producing an outward appearance to the goals that you want to achieve. Alright, so looking at the mirror. It's very important in bodybuilding and self-reflection. It's a point where many people turn to see and actually feel what the progress that they're making, to feel the improvement that they're making, and to actually see the results that they're achieving every day. What I'm referring to that many people look forward to when they're hitting the gym and they're doing the reps and the sets and the breathing and just all the pain, what it's worth it for is what we call the pump. Now the pump is basically where your muscles are swelling. Your muscles are swelling due to the increase of blood that's being sent and the increase of nutrients and just the protein synthesis that's occurring to allow your muscles to grow. Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of the world's most renowned bodybuilders of all time, arguably the greatest bodybuilder of all time, said that it is the best and the most rewarding feeling that you can achieve during training. Also, it is a clear indication when you're looking at the mirror. The pump indicates hypertrophy. Hypertrophy is basically the muscle breaking down and the microfibers in your muscles tearing down that will slowly start rebuilding itself into a greater mass to pick up more of that weight. So what does that basically mean? Well, hypertrophy, the pump, equals muscle growth. And that's the whole goal of going to the gym, right? So, as you can see, when you see and when you look at the mirror, when you look at the reflection of the mirror, you notice that it's very important. It's very, very important into bodybuilding and self-reflection. However, you tend to stop there. If you stop seeing the cuts, if you stop seeing the muscle growth, if you stop seeing the reduction in fat, you tend to lose motivation. You tend to lose the drive of why you started in the first place. So, there are some points that I need to address to talk about when you just stop just by looking in the mirror. First off, the pump, the ever so great pump, it doesn't last forever. You're not going to be pumped when you're in training, or correction, you're going to be pumped during training, but you're not going to be pumped after training. It's only short lasted, meaning the gains and the cuts or the muscles that you see that grow and that look good in the mirror, that 1 to 2 reps is not necessarily going to hold when you're back home getting your last meal before you go to bed. It's only skin deep. The pump is only skin deep. Also, let's say you're trying to lose weight. You're trying to lose fat. The fat looks good, again, when you're running, when you're doing your cardio, when you're lifting heavy weight. You're noticing, you're feeling that the fat is shredding off just by looking at the mirror. Wake up the next morning, tell me how you feel. It's not necessarily still there. You cannot see the improvements and the amount of steps and ladder rolls you climbed just to get to where you're at. Looking in the mirror just by reflection is only skin deep, and that's where people tend to forget. Hence, this is the launching point of looking beyond the mirror. You can feel, you can see all the achievements you made. It motivates you each day. You can see, if you're, for example, if you want your biceps to grow, you do 100, 200, 300 reps. In that moment, when you're looking in that mirror, at that time when you're counting on 298, 299, 300, your arms are pumped. But it doesn't stop there. So keeping the pump afterwards, meaning making it not short-lasting, would require consistency, intensity, and focus. So the concept here is just realizing that looking at the mirror is just skin deep. The pump is just skin deep. Hypertrophy is skin deep. We're realizing that, like in the gym, life is not so skin deep. We know that by now. We're learning that every day. The human experience has become much more about people around us and not our own selfish thoughts and emotions. It has become about our outward actions and our beliefs and how it affects others. It's almost like how our heart can create the pump consistently for our brain to receive the blood so we can focus to make our thoughts into meaningful actions intensely. So I ask you, how can you do that if you're just looking at the mirror? In this vlog, we covered how looking at the mirror is much more important because of the pump and realization of goals through its reflection. The mirror literally projects and reflects a purely physical manifestation of what has happened in the gym or during the gym, and how much closer you are to reaching your goals, whether it be bulking or shredding or just trying to reach that next level of physical fitness. However, this is not where you stop. Don't stop there. Next vlog, we'll cover a perspective of thinking or looking beyond the mirror, feeling beyond the pump, and realizing that my mind is creating this action and this pump, not the mirror. Thank you, LiftHeartsLiftHeavy family.